Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series where we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 38th episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers titled A Bad Reflection on You. We begin this episode somewhere that we've never begun before, on the moon. Turns out there's already a monster, the Twin Man, and Rita lets them know that they'll be making fake Power Rangers to ruin the Rangers' reputation. Cut to the bad Power Ranger clones, our same Rangers with sunglasses. Badass. At school the next day, the evil teens waltz in and Jason shoves an extra into a locker before they target the drinking fountain, which they just rip the top off of and add soap to it. Bulk and Skull are impressed, and Skull asks Kimberly if she wants to catch the submarine races tonight, which is evidently a euphemism for making out that I didn't know, and she agrees. Poor Skull has had an evil version of Kimberly be interested in him twice now. Oh, also a 45-year-old nerd comes up to Billy and he just says, "Pasta la pizza, baby," and throws him into the ground. I like the fact that evil Trini just chews gum. We cut to Rita on the moon, who says that everything is going exactly as she said. It makes me wonder what the hell kind of plan that she had. Back at school, Principal Kaplan tries to get a drink from the fountain, and it sprays soap literally everywhere. Pretty sure that's not how these things work, but whatever. He falls onto the ground in the middle of the hallway. We cut to evil Jason, who says, "And this is only the beginning." I mean, I love the idea that there's a version of this episode where that was the entire plan. Kaplan tries to get up, and evil Trini says, "Got ya," and leave while the real Rangers round a corner. He gives the 5 detention out of anger. In detention, the Rangers plus Bulk and Skull are there, and Skull even makes a fart noise with his mouth and pretends that Kimberly did it. It's so good. Oh, and Bulk's name is on his desk as B-U-U-L-K. Skull asks if he and Kim are still on, and she blows him off, and then Bulk proceeds to pull out a lot of items from his lunchbox that he has for detention. It'd be a terrible gag if not for Kimberly's reaction. Skull picks on Kim and he ends up spraying Bulk with soda, and Bulk tosses a pie in return. In the city, Phase 2 is getting underway, where evil Rangers are attacking random Japanese people. Oh no! Back in detention, Bulk gets stoked because his favorite cartoon is about to be on, so he pulls out a damn TV to watch it. His cartoon is interrupted by a special news bulletin about how the Power Rangers are now evil, and the Rangers are completely confused. Of course, Bulk and Skull think this is kinda cool. At the command center, Alpha and Zoran have already figured out that Rita is behind this. Was Rita trying to turn the public against the Power Rangers or pull one over on Zordon? It's really never said. Doesn't matter though, because Kim says it's time to sneak out, and she's immediately brought back by Kaplan. Also, due to the current state of emergency, no one is allowed to leave the school. Seems strange, but also oddly realistic. Rangers decide they need to morph out of there, so Zach uses his random character trait to let Bulk and Skull know that he's gonna do some magic and make the teens disappear. They have to blindfold themselves, count backwards from 10, which they struggle to do, and plug their ears. It's morphin' time! In the city, the evil Red Ranger is about to hurt someone with his power sword when a blast comes from behind, and we cut to Scorpina laughing. Wait, did she do that? Red is hurt again, and turns out the real Rangers are there. Scorpina comes in to talk smack. Oh, and Bulk and Skull look to see that the teens are gone, and they start to look for them around the classroom. At the battle, there's a really cool clone fight between the two sets of Rangers, and it turns into evil Kim tricking real Trini. Then they realize that just hitting the evil Rangers once with their power weapons makes them go back into putties. Rita is clearly distraught by this. Then the evil Red Ranger turns into a monster, Twin Man. Welcome back to the show, Bryan Cranston. The Rangers rally together with their blade blasters and fire at him before they bring together the power blaster, blowing him up. This is usually the part where Rita would make him grow, but she just calls it quits this week. Some terrible extras come over to the Power Rangers to tell them that they saw the whole thing and they never doubted them. That's a bunch of crap. In detention, Skull and Bulk have an idea to turn in the 5 Rangers for skipping out on detention. While they're getting Kaplan, the 5 teleport in, and of course Bulk and Skull look like idiots, and Zach tells Bulk to get a life as he leaves the room. This episode has a lot going on, but honestly, I love it for some reason. Since I was a kid, I've always loved Clone Ranger fights, and this one isn't even the best one of this season, but it's still awesome. A lot of the Twin Rangers with the sunglasses part is pretty cringe, but other than that, the story's definitely kind of solid. Next week, we enter what was originally intended to be the show's series finale. But until then, may the power protect you.